Hi, this is Dave Herman with Salt Lake City Fire Department. This is a quick video to demonstrate the new Fire Department inspection app. Today is Friday, September 13th, 2019. So we have spent the last couple of months developing a new and improved inspection app. I've pushed it out to all of the tablets in the front and back seat of all the fire apparatus, and you can access it via this Fire Department logo here. It's either going to say SLC Fire app or inspections. When you get to this screen, you're going to use the same login and password that you'll use for Acela Inspector, and be sure to click this Remember Me box for easy access moving forward. When you hit the login button, the first thing it's going to do is it's going to determine my location, and then it's going to go ahead and put pins for every inspectable property within about 1/4 to 1/2 mile of my current location. So you'll notice that basically inspections outside of that area are not there. If you need to see inspections there, you'll need to go to that area and then hit the refresh button, this arrow, circular arrow in the upper right hand corner, and that'll actually do a refresh and show you inspections in the vicinity of where you are. The pin colors here represent the date of the last inspection. So basically, if you see a green pin, it indicates that the inspection has been done within the last 12 months. If you see a yellow pin, it represents a last inspection date of anywhere from 12 to 24 months. And if you see a red pin, it means that there has never been an inspection at that location, or it's been more than 24 months since the last time we looked at it. To conduct an inspection, all you have to do is select the pin, and I'm going to go ahead and grab this one right here. There are 4 options available to us. There's Schedule Inspection, Contacts, QAP or Quick Access Pre-Plan, and also History. First thing I want to do is schedule an inspection. I'm going to go ahead and hit Yes. And it's going to pull up this flow chart on the right-hand side of the screen. The first thing to bring to your attention is this clock in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. When I select that, what that does is it starts an inspection timer. So let's say I'm just beginning an inspection. I can hit that and basically just clock my time as I'm going through the facility. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and hit Yes. The first step in this is to review checklists. Checklists are completely optional, but if you want a kind of a handy guide to things to look for when you're doing a business inspection, you can come here. In the future, we may have additional checklists based upon specific industries or business types, and you can, if you want to, go ahead and select these, and it'll basically indicate the status there. The next step in the process is to result the inspection. The first thing you can do here, if you wish, is to go ahead and submit photos. So I'm going to go ahead and attach a couple of them here. I'm going to go ahead and use my camera. You can do as many photos as you want to. And this is going to be particularly useful if you have a situation where you're seeing some obvious fire code violations. You can snap some photographs and then send those over to the Bureau to document what you've seen. Next thing is inspection status. It's the same statuses that you're already used to with Acela Inspector. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and do pass and OK. And you notice that there's no end time as of yet. You can either enter it manually by hitting the drop down, or when you stop the timer, the end time will automatically populate. Inside of comments, you can go ahead and comment whatever you want. If you want to, you can look at some standard comments, which I think that we need to go ahead and clean up. I think some of this stuff is applicable, and other stuff not so much. In this case, I selected the comment and just added it. You can also do recent comments. So if you say the same thing over and over again, when you hit the recent button, it'll just grab the comments that you have entered previously, and it will throw it inside of there if you select it. I'm going to go ahead and go to my next step, which is review the inspection. Okay, everything looks good. In this last area, you can go ahead and do a signature. So in this case, responsible, you can go ahead and put a first and last name in there, and you can also include your signature if you wish. So the timer is still going, so I need to go ahead and turn that off. So I'm going to hit the timer button again. I'm going to stop it. And when I go back to the results, you'll notice that the time has been entered for the end time. Now at this point, I can go ahead and do a final submit. We got a message indicating that the inspection result will be submitted in the background. This is useful in a case where, let's say you're in a high-rise that has very, very poor cellular connectivity. And basically, it just saves your inspection, and what it will do is send it back to the Acela servers once it gets to a location where there's better cell coverage. There's other things you can do here as well. First of all, if you want to go ahead and add contacts or update them, you can go ahead and select the Contacts button. In this case, it's saying no contacts for the record, but if you see some here, you can select on the contact and edit them if you need to, or hit the plus button in the lower right-hand corner of the screen and go ahead and enter as many contacts as you'd like. The next thing is Quick Access Pre-Plan. Basically, it's the pre-planned data that you have entered for the last 3 years in Acela. It'll be located here. You can update it or add new. The inspection history is located here. Let's say you go to a business and some of the things you're seeing are questionable. You can look at the history to determine if fire crews in previous years have actually noticed anomalies or things to be concerned about. And then finally, we have the report option. What the report allows you to do is send a copy of your inspection results to the business owner. And the way you do it is to pull up the report, hit this email button up in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. If there are contacts on file with email addresses, they will appear here and you can select the appropriate contact, or you can just go ahead and enter an email address here, hit the send button, and you're good to go. So that's pretty much it as far as this goes. Oh, actually, let me show you the maps. Up at the top of the screen, you can get a couple of different map views. There's standard, hybrid, and then satellite. Beyond that, that's pretty much it. It's a greatly simplified version of the Acela Inspector app. Feedback is good. Please test it out and let me know if you have any recommendations for improvement or if you experience any problems. My callback number is 801-440-9111. Thanks.